Today on M&B Media TV, I have Quinton Boykins on with me today of Hope Fitness VA here at 109 Gainsborough Square, Suite A in Chesapeake, Virginia 23320. How you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good.
Yes, sir, man. Good to have you on.
Man, it's a pleasure to be here, man. I'm glad you came to do it, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you. Quinton, at M&B Media TV, we love to highlight local businesses and talent here in the Hampton Roads area of Virginia. And so we're delighted to have you on to be a part of our platform. So thank you again.
Man, no problem, man. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we love to jump right into our interviews. The first question I generally ask is, where did you grow up?
Oh, man, I grew up in Suffolk, Virginia, right here, born and raised. My whole life, been in Suffolk. Was born in Oversea, and for all my Suffolk heads, y'all know where Oversea is at.
Yeah.
Went to John Yates Middle, Nansemond River High School, graduated Nansemond River, did a couple years of college. And then when I got married, moved to Virginia Beach, moved to Norfolk, moved to Chesapeake, and now here we are.
Wow, you've been all over.
Yeah.
Wow, so how was Suffolk growing up?
Suffolk was okay. See, back then, 90s, they really won a lot in Suffolk.
Got you.
Now it's building up and they got all kinds of stuff over there now, man. So, but for me as a kid, it really wasn't much to do out there, man.
Wow. Suffolk. Shout out to Suffolk.
Yeah, man, yeah.
Quinton, I really believe that everyone has their own unique journey of becoming who they are today. And so how did you get started in the realm of fitness?
So I've been an athlete my whole life, man.
Okay.
So everything from Pee Wee football, AAU basketball, City League baseball, like all of the different sports. And then when I got in high school, I did volleyball, baseball, basketball, track, all those different things in high school. But then it was like, I wanted to bulk up. I wanted to get stronger.
Got you.
Because I was a lean guy, 163 pounds, most, through high school, first couple years of college. So I started working out. And me and one of my friends, we started working out a lot. He had a trainer, so I started working with his trainer. And I was like, man, I like this. So then we would be in the gym doing different things, and people would walk up and say, hey, where did you start? Where did you learn that? Or where did you get that from? And I was like, man, I like people asking me questions. Maybe I could do this.
Right.
And so that's how I got into it. The whole, personal training and fitness realm was just from people asking questions and me being like, man, I could do this.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I did that for a long time, man. And then started just building up my client base. People going with me from this gym to that gym and this place to that place, me going to their house, meeting them at the park, all those different kinds of things like that, man. And then when I got married, I said, I gotta get big for real now to protect this one over here.
Okay.
So that's when I really started working out super hard, and then really was like, man, I love working out and helping people become the better versions of themselves.
Right.
So man, I said, I'm gonna grab this thing by the horns and I'm gonna take it all the way. So that's what I did, man. And started doing personal training on the side while working full time somewhere else. Did that for a couple years, then stopped working my 9-to-5 completely and just dove into personal training.
Wow.
Then my wife got pregnant.
Okay.
And so I went back to working where I was at just for the benefits and everything like that.
Wow.
Did that for another 6 or 7 years, man.
Okay.
And then,
but you were still training.
But I was still training on the side.
Right. Wow.
And so then, man, COVID, we went through COVID and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Came out of COVID and was like, you know what? We're gonna do this thing. We gonna
head
go
on,
for it, man.
Yeah.
So we started doing that, and I ended up losing my job coming out of COVID, and it was the perfect timing, man. Perfect timing. We started looking around, found this space, and this was a dream of mine. So 5, 6, 7 years ago, I was praying for this.
Wow.
Praying to have my own personal training spot.
Really?
Praying just like this, man. Private, one-on-one, no general access. And here we go 5, 6, 7 years later, man. And
you're here.
I got it, yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So you started young and you wound up with your own place.
Yeah, man.
Because of a dream you had.
Absolutely.
Of being your owner of your own place.
Yeah,
amazing.
Started as a dream, a lot of prayer, a lot of hard work, a lot of not giving up, and here we go.
So COVID kind of pushed you to that dream.
Yes.
So it was a blessing.
Yeah, absolutely. And it hurt at the time because I was working and I loved my job, man. I traveled all over the place.
What did you do?
I was working with Operation Blessing.
Okay.
So I traveled all over the place, man. It was helping people. And I really have that desire inside to help people. So I loved what I was doing, man. And when we came out of COVID, February of 2021, And I got that phone call, man, and it was like, man, like something I love got taken away from me, but it was opening the door for something I had been praying for.
You didn't see it at first.
Yeah, I didn't see it at first.
Wow.
Didn't see it at first. And then, but walking it out and just staying true to faith, man, believing and knowing that God has my best interest in his heart, it was like, okay, I see what you're doing now.
You can't see it when you're in the dark, like what's going on, but he pushed you towards where you are now.
100%.
Hey man, that's good to hear that.
Yeah.
Because sometimes people don't know where they are, and it could be God pushing them in that direction of becoming what they've been desiring to become.
Absolutely. And you know, when you get pushed, it's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You know, it's uncomfortable and it's unexpected.
I like that.
But you walk it through, man. You walk it through.
I like that, man. You're helping somebody.
Yeah. Hey, that's what I'm here for.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, I love this quote by Dr. Howard Thurman, where he says, "Don't ask what the world needs. Ask what makes you come alive and go do it. Because what the world needs is people who have come alive." So with that being said, what's that one thing that makes you come alive when you do it?
Oh man, wow, that's a great question. There's a fire that lights inside of me, man. Whenever I get a chance to see someone else smile or experience that unfiltered, unwavering joy of accomplishing something. So in my field of fitness and personal training, I see and meet people all the time that have had years of doubt over different things, from kids all the way up to being 50, 60 years old, just being told that they can't do something, they won't do something, being overweight, mental, you know, things in their head that they just lies that they believe, things like that. So when we can break that stuff down and help them to see just how valuable and how important and how strong they are, both physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, that right there lights me up, man.
Makes you come alive.
Absolutely, man. Because I feel like when we walk through, like just up and down Walmart, for example, you run into so many people. I could go into Walmart, spend 15 minutes in there and walk past 50 people, and I have no idea what they're dealing with.
Right.
But all it might take is a word to help them see how special they are. And so if I can get a smile out of them, man.
I love that, man.
Yeah.
So give me an experience that you've done that.
Oh, so I have a young lady right now who she's very quiet, very reserved, but every time she walks through this door, she turns into a different person because she's able to come in here and just let everything go. She can come in here and not have to worry about the stresses of work, stresses of motherhood, stresses of being in a relationship. She comes in here and she just, you can see the weight left off of her when she walks through the door. She comes in and it's just like a sigh, it's just, and she's
That's
really
good,
a different person.
man.
From seeing her walk up to the door and then come in here and then leave, totally different person, man. Totally different person, yeah.
I like that, man. I like it. We're sitting here, Quinton, in this beautiful building you call Fit VA. Hope Fit VA, I'm sorry. Where did the idea come from with the name?
So originally it started at the church that I was going to at the time. So at the time, the church that I was going to, it was Hope Church or Hope Center at the time. And I started a fitness program at the church. And so twice a week, we would clear out all the chairs in the sanctuary and people would come in and they would work out. And so that's where it started. We were going with the name. And then when my wife and I decided to transition away from that church to a different church, we thought about what hope represented and how it means the expectation of good and how God always wants good for us. And so we were like, you know what? There's people in the church that need hope, but there's people outside of the church that need hope. And so we kept the name Hope. And our logo, you know, you see the H and the F on there. With the 3 barbells on each side. And the 3 barbells on one side represent Father, Son, Holy Spirit. On the other side, it represents mind, body, and spirit.
I like it.
And then if you see we have the 12 stars that surround our logo, and those represent the 12 disciples, with Jesus being in the center, because in order to be a good leader, you have to be a good follower. And so we want to make sure we incorporate that as well into everything that we do. So that's how we came up with the name. That's how we came up with the logo, and everything that we do. We want to encourage people to just expect good results out of anything that they put their effort and their faith into.
Wow. I love that, man.
Yeah.
You're very inspiring, man.
Thank you, man.
So talk about what you offer here when you come. You pretty much said it, but I'm saying in terms of fitness, what do you offer here at Hope Fit VA?
So we do private personal training, one-on-one. We do small group training, that's 2 to 3 people. We do group fitness classes where we have a class called Body Blast HIIT. That's where we do things like battle rope or slam balls or wall balls or just body weight type exercises in interval training. We also have TRX, which is total resistance exercise, using body weight, but using straps that we adjust at the ceiling. We have mixed fit, which is dance-based cardio class. We have extreme hip hop step, which I know y'all know what hip hop step is. We also have a stretch class that we do every Friday morning. So everybody comes in, we get everybody together and they stretch. It's not yoga based or yoga inspired, but it is fitness inspired. So we do stretching every Friday. And then we have what's called bungee fitness. We were the first facility in Hampton Roads to offer bungee fitness.
To incorporate that.
Yeah, we were the first place that offered that, man. And bungee fitness is cool because it's different. And what it does is it takes about 70% of your body weight away. So you're not putting a lot of stress on the knees and the shoulders and the elbows and the ankles and things like that. But you're still able to get a really good cardio-based workout in. We start at level 1, we go level 1, 1.5, 2, and then 3, and then more levels will come eventually. But the higher up in level you go, the harder and more intense the workout gets.
Wow, so you burn fat quicker?
Yeah, now I wouldn't say quicker, but it's a different way to do it.
Okay.
So instead of because a lot of people, they get bored with their workouts, coming in, walking on the treadmill, stair climber, rope machine, they get bored with that kind of stuff. So this is it's another form of, I would call it strength cardio based, because you're doing burpees, you're doing squats, you're doing lunges. We use dumbbells with them sometimes. And so it's just a different way to get that cardio in, but it makes it fun. So 45 minutes go by and you might burn 700 calories and you like, man, I didn't even feel like it.
Wow.
So yeah, it's just a different way to get that cardio based exercise in.
A different way of doing it.
A different way.
I like that, man.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you, because when I first looked through the window, I saw things hanging from the ceiling.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is that all about? But you just explained it as bungee.
Yeah. So we have, and based on the height and weight of a person, would depend on how many bungee cords they get, how high up or how low they are on the daisy chain. And then we get them in there, we strap them, everything's customized for that person. And then they get in there, man, and they roll. Them ladies in there roll, man. We've done a few guys, only guys classes. We had a few husbands come and try it out with their wives. And
but mainly women.
Yeah, it's mainly women. And the guys that come, man, a lot of them don't make it through the class.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of them don't make, because guys, we focus more so on like lifting.
The weights and stuff.
So, we're not really the cardio thing, so we go in there and we try to do cardio, and we winded after the first 15 minutes. But yeah, it's legit.
Man.
Yeah.
Not only are you you use bungee, and not only are you a training hub, but you mentioned that you are here to make a footprint in the community. What's that all about?
Yeah, man. So we want to be a place where people don't just see us as a fitness place. We want to be a place where people can come and they can say, my life was changed because of this place. And so we want to leave a mark, man, that's bigger than us, that's going to be here when we not here no more. When we dead and gone, people will be able to say, my life was changed because of Hope Fit.
I like that.
Because of the people at Hope Fit, because of what they did at Hope Fit, because of what they offered at Hope Fit. And then we do little things too to try to get involved with the community. Like we just did a couple things with the American Heart Association here. We've done things with the Chesapeake school system. We've done things with the Chesapeake police.
What did you do? Chesapeake school
Chesapeake
system.
police. Well, Chesapeake school system. We did. We actually did 100 backpacks for one of the middle schools in the area at the beginning of the school year last year. So we did that, and then we've done. They have for the high school. They have a health talk. So we went out there and talked to them about healthy eating for the student athletes there. We try to provide meals. We try to do it once or twice where we provide meals for some of the schools or some of the students at the schools that may not get good food.
Right.
So we try to do stuff like that. Chesapeake Police, we went out and bought lunch for them around Christmas time last year. We bought breakfast for them around Christmas time last year. So we tried to do that. We made a donation to the Chesapeake Care Clinic as well. Our members here are amazing, man. So when we do stuff like that, they donate for those causes because it's bigger than us.
Yeah.
This is just
I like your vision.
A format for us to be able to bless other people.
To serve.
Yeah. It's all about serving for us, man.
I like your vision.
We can do, if we're not serving, we're not really pursuing our purpose. And so we want to make sure that our purpose, people understand everyone has a purpose, and purpose first is always serving.
It's always serving.
Yeah.
I like that, man.
Yeah.
So what do you see you going in the next year or two?
So I would love to, I have this idea, this vision to have a wellness hub. And in that hub, I want it to be a place where you can come in and get your personal training, your physical therapy, your cryotherapy, your mental therapy, your massage therapy. I want all of it in one place.
Right here.
Yeah, right here in one place. And so you walk through the doors, I haven't come up with the name yet, I'm working on it, but you walk through the doors and it might be a 6,000, 7,000 square foot facility, but there's a space for everything.
Space in it, yeah.
And so if you're working with a personal trainer and they notice something, they can say, hey, go down the hall and see Dr. So-and-so for your physical therapy, or go and see so-and-so for your massage therapy. Or if you come in and you're just having a crazy experience, we can say, hey, go down the hall and see so-and-so for your mental therapy, things like that. So that's what I want to do, man.
Man, you got something.
Yeah, thank you, man.
You got something. I see that. I love it, man.
Yeah.
The whole purpose here is physical fitness, but you're dealing with like you say, the mind as well.
Absolutely.
Spiritual,
Absolutely.
I like it, man.
That comes first. So, yeah.
Yeah,
man.
I like it, man. If you saw a young man or young woman who desires to be an entrepreneur, because you are one, what advice would you give them, along the journey? Because I know everybody wants to be an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
So I know it's not easy becoming one. So what advice would you give a person?
Stick to it. I would say stick to it. Because it's going to be the up and downs. It's going to be the people who doubt you. It's going to be, it's going to seem like it's not working. It's going to seem like that.
Right. Talk about that. I want to hear that.
Man, yeah. Every day, like I come in here and some months are great.
Okay.
I'm in a service-based industry. So a lot of people don't see the value of this service. And so some months are great. Other months are terrible.
Slow.
It's very slow. But I have to always tell myself, keep going, because people, they're not going to come here because of this. They're going to come here because of what they get out of this.
Of this, yeah.
And so I have to keep going, especially if I want this footprint to be what, like I said earlier, what I want it to be. I have to keep going, because if I don't do it, then I'm letting the people down. At least that's how I feel. And so I would say, keep going despite what people. There have been people, even people that I know, friends, adults, like people that have been in my life that are like, man, I don't think that's gonna work. You might want to do something else. You might want to pivot and go somewhere else. It's like, no, like this is a dream of mine. And when I think about where I was, like I was telling you earlier, I was praying for this 5 years ago. So for me to actually see it happening now, you can't tell me, one, you can't tell me God ain't real. But two, you can't tell me he don't answer prayers.
Right.
And three, you can't tell me that if you work hard enough that you won't be able to see your dreams come true. So never quit, never stop, never give up, never listen to what other people are saying. If you got a dream, you got to go, keep going. And that could be anything. That could be just becoming a football player on your high school football team or something like that. Whatever the dream is, keep after it.
Stick to it.
Yeah, keep after it. Don't quit.
Yeah, I like that, man. I like the fight. As we close this interview, Quinton, if you had a chance to go back in time to say something to the 15-year-old Quinton, what advice or encouragement would you give him?
Man, I would probably say, wow, that's another good question too, man. I probably would say it's gonna be okay. Cause a lot of times, man, between then and now, it's like, what is it gonna look like? What is life gonna look like? What is relationship gonna look like? What is family gonna look like? And I would probably say it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Stay positive. And I would definitely say, take your relationship with God seriously earlier. You're never too young to be serious about God.
Right.
So I would 100% take your relationship with God seriously earlier, and don't wait so long.
Explain that, man. Explain that. You know,
Man,
never know who's listening.
Yeah, I grew up in church. You know, my mom and dad, my grandparents. You know, it was Sunday. Every Sunday you go to church. You don't get to go outside and play if you don't go to church, like that type of thing. So I knew about God, but I never took him seriously for myself. It was always, you know, this is what my mom said, this is what my dad said, this is what so-and-so said, so. But I never took him seriously for myself.
For you.
And so, you know, you go through life, and then I hit 18, and my mom and dad didn't make me go to church no more.
Okay.
So I didn't. And then when I met my now wife, that's when I kind of started getting back into it a little bit. But only within the last, I would say maybe 2 years. I'm 38 now. So maybe within the last 2 years, I've really started to tap into my relationship with God, not my religion, but my relationship with him. And I'm seeing the fruits of that relationship, because it's just like any other relationship. It's like the relationship with my wife, and my relationship with my friends. If I don't talk to them, if I don't engage with them, if I don't pursue her, if I don't do these things, then that relationship eventually starts to suffer for that. Same thing with relationship with God, because that's all he wants. He wants the relationship. And so I would say, had I done that before, how much different my life and my decisions and my circumstances would have been prior to that. So yeah, I mean, you know, you're gonna have those, you're gonna go through things, and you have to in order to learn and to mature and develop. But 100%, had I taken it seriously back then, I think my walk would have looked a little bit differently.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I love your truth, man.
Yeah, man.
I love your truth. Once again, Quinton, man, thanks again for taking time out to be a part of M&B Media TV. We really appreciate it. In your own words, man, I want you to invite people to Hope Fitness.
That's easy. That's the easy part.
Talk about it.
Man, y'all come to Hope Fit. Come to Hope Fit. We 109 Gainsborough Square in Chesapeake. We're Suite A, also Suite B. Come out here. We're taking and accepting members all the time. We have 2 other trainers for personal training on our staff. We have Marcus and we have Liz. So we have another male, we have a female. So we can cover all aspects of life: pregnancy, postpartum, pre-menopause, like all those things. We can cover it all. Athletes, Marcus is an amazing trainer with athletes. So we can cover it all, but y'all come out, check us out, visit us online. The website is hopefitva.com. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, all of those things.
All of them.
Hope Fit VA, the tag is all the same, Hope Fit VA. But y'all come out, man, come see us.
Wow. Appreciate you, man.
Of course, man.
Thanks again.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.